Hey there, everyone. Darby Simpson back with another Ask a Farmer question. And this week, the question is it's the end of the season. You've got a whole bunch of stuff in the freezer you didn't sell at the farmer's market. What do you do? So, if you're like us, sometimes you get to the end of the production season, and here we are going into winter in the November, December time frame, and you start looking around and you're like, my gosh, we got a lot of T-bone steaks left over out there. We didn't sell as many chicken breast packages as I had planned on. Oh boy, those brats that we brought in to sell in the summer, we didn't move all those either. What are we going to do? Well, something we did a couple of years ago, and we've done it every year since then because it's worked really well, is we created what we called a holiday box. And this was basically a sampler box, if you will, of products from our farm. And we kind of structure this around things that we're long on in the freezer. And we'll typically throw out a couple of different options. We'll do like a $99 box and we'll do like a $199 box. And we'll typically put, on that $100 or that $99 box, we'll put like $115, $120 worth of stuff in there, sell it for 99 bucks, and we'll even toss in free delivery to an expanded area that normally we wouldn't go to. And we'll also give people the option to pick that up at the farmer's market. On that $199 box, we might throw up to $240 of stuff in there. But we always make certain that, even though we're giving folks, like a 20 to 30% discount, based on the retail price versus the box price, that we're filling this with A, stuff for long on, and then B, some stuff that we're totally fine putting in there, but there's things like chicken frames and spare ribs and stuff that you always seem to be long on, things that you always have extras of. You want to add some recipes in there to teach people how to use these things, but you can make a phenomenal soup in the wintertime using chicken frames. One of the favorite things that we make here is what we call a tortilla soup, where we take some beans and chicken broth and canned sweet corn and salsa, and we cook all this up. We'll also put some tomatoes in there, maybe some onion, and then you put that over corn chips and put some cheese and sour cream on top, and you've got a wonderful winter soup that's very hearty and very warming. People just need an idea of how to cook, so obviously you want to include that into your box, but this is a great way to blow some stuff out of the freezer to get some value and to get some cash coming in at the end of the year. Maybe you've got a grain bill you got to pay off. Maybe you got some butchering fees that you got to take care of. Maybe you've got a new piece of equipment that you want to purchase, at the end of the year, or some infrastructure improvements you want to do at the beginning of the next year. I know for us, we start planning all that stuff in the winter, and then late winter, early spring is when we hit the ground running building stuff before we get super busy with production. So that's something to think about. It's always good to have some extra cash flow. It's good to get stuff out of the freezer. This is particularly the case if you don't do a winter farmer's market. If you're only doing summer farmer's markets, you don't want that stuff sitting in there all winter. It gets old. The packages are going to start to probably lose their luster. If they're vacuum sealed, they might start to pop. So definitely want to get that stuff out of there sooner than later. And we have found this to be a great way to attack this problem. And if you want to learn more about exactly what we do, we'll put a link down below to our website out at simpsonfamilyfarm.com, where you'll see a holiday box blog post we did. We take a photograph, we show them exactly what's going to be in there, we lay out all the details and the specifics, and I tell you, this really has worked. We did it a couple of years ago because we were really long on stuff, and frankly, we were short on cash, and man, it took off, and before I knew it, we'd done like $2,000, $2,200 in business, and it really helped us out of a jam. So, big fan of doing it. As always, thanks for watching, and hey, if you've got a question you'd like answered, shoot it over to me at darby@grassfedlife.co, and it might just end up here on Ask a Farmer. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week with another video.